I'm going to plant these seedlings and transfer them into this hydroton. And one of the things I'm going to do, I didn't want to do the rock wool cubes because, you know, it seems like you'd be buying them all the time and having to continually buy them and wear them out. And I wanted stuff I could keep reusing. I know dirt, you know, I can keep reusing, and the soil can be amended but with worms, if I decide that, you know, this stuff won't sprout seeds at some point, which is a long ways off. So what I'm going to do is take these little lettuce guys out, and I've got some net pots, and the net pots, you know, have the hydroton in them. I like to call it hydroton. I don't know why I keep saying that, but anyhow, so what I'm going to do is do something a little different than what I've seen people do. They seem to get all their starts going, and it costs money to do it that way. And I thought, what if I put the seedlings in the net pot, and then it's not hard to get them down into the bed. And if they get a little bigger, I could take them, you know, out of the net pot if I had to. And I'll probably let them go to maturity in these net pots, but I'm just gonna, you know, get them down in there and put these little rocks back around him. We're going to do that with a couple of these plants today and see if we've killed them off or if it works. And, you know, if it works, great. You know, we found a new way to do it where we don't have to spend any money, and we can just continually do it. And we could do this with gravel too. I'll probably put some gravel in one of these net pots to try that out as well. And as they grow, one thing I found with aquaponics, it seems like I can lift these plants out. I lifted this one out, put it back in, didn't die, it got better. Same with these onions, they were kind of getting up in here, and I just kind of scooted them all down on the front so I could have an onion bed up here. Maybe a tomato wouldn't like it, but I imagine the lettuce wouldn't care. The beans, maybe they would care, I'm not sure. And this guy was still in a peatmoss pod when I moved him. So, you know, some of these plants that get a lot of roots in them, like lettuces, I think they'll handle that type of a move. But we'll find out. I'll grow this guy, I'll get him going, and I may just leave him in the net pot. But now that I've got him kind of transferred into this net pot, I'm just going to take this net pot and I'm going to put it right down into this bed of hydroton. Now this is probably the one advantage, I think, over the gravel. It seems like this stuff's real easy to just kind of dig through. It's kind of like light, like cocoa pebbles, except it doesn't crunch. So I'm just going to make sure that little root, you know, gets to where he can have some water down in there, and then pile these rocks back around, and that way, you know, if the bed gets kind of disturbed around him, I don't think it's going to affect the plant itself while it's kind of sprouting up. And then these pots can also be picked up and moved and the plant taken out. Not that you couldn't take a plant out of this stuff very easily anyways. And one thing to note in this bed, if you notice, you'll see a little bit of gravel chunks. I did put some gravel on this end up around here because I didn't have enough hydroton to basically fill everything. Oh, there goes my plant. I just kind of threw some stuff on him. But I guess that's kind of like dropping a baby, huh? Don't do it. So, anyways, we'll get these guys planted and see how it works.